another beautiful Saturday. The thing about Max Clark is he better be a fucking superstar because if Wyatt Langford goes out and hits nukes for the Rangers and Max Clark doesn't do shit, I could buy a dragon. That would
Bro, where?
You had to invest in one business with half your winnings. What are you investing the money into?
Easy, Pornhub.
What the?
That's why you don't do drugs, kid. Next question. Is Michigan gonna win the Natty? Because I think Michigan's going to
Gonna need to run it down their fucking throat and will.
$200 you lost last year?
300.
People would think of Jamal Murray and he would just have been a role player.
What? We're back. What's going on, people? It is another Wednesday evening. You know what that means. Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. We're back again. Ooh, that was gross. We're back again with all things March Madness, NHL, MLB, and all the works in the world of sports. And you got the four fellas joining you. You got Mick Dilly, that's me. You got Tycho, the producer. You got Snoop Luke, who's all Snoopaloopagus. And then you got Donnie, sometimes Donnie Poole, but not Donnie Poole today. Who's got it?
I mean, I'm just shocked Dylan's able to do the intro right now because I watched him like gag on a thing of water
Thank
before,
God this is
before
spray.
this started.
Because if this was like alcohol or something.
I just watched Dylan almost die, and then do that weird intro. So yeah, thanks, Dylan.
We're here. Let's get.
We
weird.
are. We don't need to get weird, but we could.
Donnie, I'm glad that you returned. We had Donnie Poole last week, and then you weren't here Saturday, so we really haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I started working Saturdays again, so I won't be making Saturday pods much.
Well, it's okay, because you're back. And let's get right into it. First things first, the number one thing we've been starting every single podcast with since it's been starting, we're just going to keep it going, March Madness. Now, we could wait till Saturday, but Donnie's not going to be here. And that's not fun. So let's talk about it all.
That only seems fair.
You know what I mean? Let's start it off with.
Let's do it that way.
We will recap the Elite Eight, and then we will get into the Final Four. So, spoiler alert, this is the first time in almost
Time out.
20
What the
years.
fuck am I hearing? Who's got hella background noise going on during the podcast? I'm gonna rip someone's head off. You don't hear that?
It's Luke or Donnie.
I don't think it's me.
I hear some light stuff upstairs.
Mute one of them, Ty. Mute one of them.
It's Luke.
It's Luke.
It's Luke. Okay. There you go.
Damn it, Luke.
I was like, I don't have a dog anymore, so it's not me. So
No, I was only worried your mom might be getting another haircut, Jake.
nah.
Fuck, they're gonna
I
be
told
right
her-
there, right above his ass. All right, never mind.
Nope.
Florida
Okay.
and Texas.
Luckily,
Tech
this is
kicked things
basketball.
off on Saturday, all at 5:00. Spoiler alert: as we get into this, you're going to notice a trend here. But the number one team, Florida, won 84-79, defeating Texas Tech. Jesse was in shambles. He's not here to talk about it, but
He
just
was
so you
close
know,
to not being in shambles, though. He was so close to not being mad.
it
He was
a-
so close to telling everybody that he called it. And however, because he's not here, I will say someone's got to give Jesse his props here. He said it was going to be closer than everybody thought. It was closer than everybody thought.
It was the closest game of the Elite Eight.
He did say
so-
they're going to win. He was wrong there, but he was right on everything else other than they win.
He convinced, with conviction, took them to cover that +7 off of just what Jesse said. So I'm happy that was to fruition. But
My natty champ stays alive.
Florida, yeah, the team that I'm pretty sure 3 out of the 4 of us have them going to the national championship. So
Yeah.
we're feeling all right, Donnie.
They need to stay alive.
I have them losing
they're
to
not.
Houston though. I just needed to make it there.
We all have them
Okay.
losing in the Natty except for Ty. Ty's the only one that has them winning it all.
Yep.
But we all have them in the Natty, and that's the main thing. So we should be able to get there. Next game that we had was the game that I think we all were hoping was going to be the best game, but actually turned into the biggest bloodbath. Duke and Alabama. This game was over I would say 6 minutes into the second half. Because at halftime, it was 11-point or 9-point game, but anything could have happened. And then Duke went on a run to start the second half, and it was like, okay, this is going to get bad. So then,
Look, Florida is my natty champ, but I have zero belief they're going to win it.
yeah, the lead would just get cut to maybe 13 points, I think was the closest they could get it, and then Duke won by 20.
Right.
85-65.
So you hear what I'm saying.
I
I
think
picked
Duke,
Florida as my national champion, but there's no way anyone's going to beat Duke.
I think Duke proved that why they're the favorite to win it all that game.
That game,
Some
the first
people-
game,
And
the
every
second
other game,
They
and all
have
the games
won
they
every
played this
game.
year.
They
You
won
could have made an
by
argument for
20
any of
plus
them
points.
1 seeds until that last. They just blew away the 2-seed Alabama. So
Dude,
I mean,
I knew we were all fucked as soon as Cooper Flag wasn't playing and Duke won by 20.
Yep.
Because then I was like, Cooper Flag's just out there for shits and giggles to make sure that they win by 20, but they don't need him to win by 20, and that in itself is terrifying.
And Tyler, the biggest thing that you talked about with Alabama and their 3-point percentage and all that, they broke the record the game before. 0 for 2, 2 for 6, 1 for 5, 1 for 5.
Yeah.
That's
What did I say to Jesse?
Exactly what it was. Yeah. So
Mhm. They're gonna die on the 3.
They were all
because
burnt
they used all their threes. You're out of threes. You're out. You're
Yeah.
cashed.
so you're in the
The
history
tank
book.
is empty.
You
They
do have a
played-
record, but you didn't beat Duke.
they played Michigan's basketball, just live and die by the 3-pointer. That's what they did, and it did not work.
Yeah. Any team that seems to do that seems to always just die.
It works for one game, which it usually does, and then it doesn't work after that.
There's one game that everybody will talk about, and then the next game you're out.
That's the game you live, and then you die.
Shouldn't have lived so early.
You know what I mean? Next game that we have, moving on to Sunday, the 2:00 game. I'm going to be honest with everybody. This is the one game that I did not watch. Houston and Tennessee. Tyler, I'll let you take this one away because I know you were probably watching your Vols.
Yeah, I watched. They
Uh-huh.
tried. They were never close.
Yeah, I mean, from what I'm seeing here on the stat line, it looks like it was 34-15 at halftime, and that tells me
Dylan?
all I need to know.
Dylan, for whatever reason, whenever Michigan State gets eliminated from any sport, some other team that I like will also lose that day. So
So
once
that's-
Tennessee
That's
lost,
the tone. Okay.
I knew that
It's
Michigan
over.
State was going to get eliminated. There was not a chance. So sadly, the next game we're going to get to, Michigan State lost. But at least as a Michigan State fan, I already knew that was coming, because if Michigan State's trying to win a fucking hockey game and the goddamn Pistons or Tigers or someone plays on that day and they lose before that game even happens, oh, I know. It's over. We lost. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I
Yeah.
did to deserve this, but I'd like it to stop. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I mean, not to put another college kid on blast for 2 straight podcasts, but what's his name? Chaz Lanier. Any game where you go out and shoot 4 for 20, 2 for 12 on the 3 for Tennessee, I just feel like you are a consistent problem. And
Yeah, don't forget about Buddy from Michigan State that entered the transfer portal who went 0 for fucking 10.
yeah, so we'll
Holloman?
get to him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Holloman real
Because
quick.
you know what he can do? He can shoot
On
free
gas.
throws. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Have fun driving the lane, you fuck.
That's all you can do. Next game, Michigan State and Auburn. The score made it look a lot better than it was. This did not feel like a Michigan game at any point. They didn't have control of the game at any point, is what I mean. It was Auburn momentum
100%.
whole first half. Second half, once Michigan State would start getting momentum going, Auburn would kind of take it back further, and then it just got out of reach. 6-point game was the final. Like Tyler said, Holloman, you can go fuck yourself. Have fun in the transfer portal. I hope you go to Michigan.
Don't let
and
the door
Auburn-
hit you on
come
your way
on.
out, buddy. Don't
And
let the
Auburn-
door hit you.
Auburn
0 for
knocked out
fucking
both
10.
Well, we just lost
So-
Trey Henderson or whatever. We don't need one. We don't want him. We want somebody to replace
Yeah,
Trey.
he plays football, so you're fine.
Not
Yeah.
Hendrickson.
You said you lost Trey Hendrickson.
No, Henderson. Fuck you.
I'm pretty
So,
sure
yeah,
Zach
Auburn-
Wolf's gone too. So.
Auburn knocks off both Michigan teams. They take out Michigan. They take out Michigan State. Yeah, look at Auburn.
So here's the question. How much longer does Tom Izzo do this?
till he doesn't want to anymore, and then he gets called back to do another fucking.
All right, Dylan's
3
giving a
years down the
dumbass
line.
fucking answer. Jake, give me a real answer to the question. Until
I
he
don't-
doesn't want to do it is
I
not
was-
a good answer.
That's the truth.
I was under full belief that this was going to be his last dance. So I thought this year was it. That's what I thought. He might go one more.
The only reason I didn't think this year was it is because I know that he wants to at least make it to the Final Four. Obviously, Mans wants another national championship. Who
Yeah,
wouldn't?
who doesn't?
But he's also one of the stubborn old heads that never used to tamper or anything when it was illegal. And so he thinks that now that it is legal, that it's still wrong. So he doesn't
is.
fucking do it the right way. Like the fact that you can pay players like and just go steal players from other people, like he doesn't like that. But the thing is he needs to like that in order to continue doing this. And I need to know that Tom's gonna adapt. Because look, if there's one thing that's more powerful than football at Michigan State, it's Tom Izzo basketball. If he goes and asks the donors, yo, I need X amount of money because I want a national championship and I'm only doing this for 2-3 more years max. You might think I'm doing it for fucking 10 more years. I'm not. I'm doing it for 2 or 3 more years. So get me the players and I'll get you a natty. If he doesn't turn that up, he might as well just retire.
Yeah.
But I think he's got at least probably 2 or 3 more years if he switches up how he's doing things, because he at least recently in press conferences recognized that he has to. So we will see. Probably saw Michigan flip their entire roster in the transfer portal and then make a run in the tournament and said, well, fuck, we could do something like that.
Hey, it works. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of the whole transfer portal thing in college. I hate it. But it works. When you use it, it works. You know, if you're finding the right guys out there and they're willing to come there and play and fight for whatever you want to fight for, then yeah, it's all by all means he should do it.
Yeah.
But if like you're saying, if he
the
can't,
transfer portal, it just needs to be regulated better.
Like you said,
people wouldn't
though,
hate it so much.
if he can't adapt to it, then yeah, I don't even see 2 years. If next year goes south, then I think he's done next year.
If he misses the tournament or something, I don't think he's coming back.
So,
however, I don't see that happening because they're actually keeping a majority of their players, it seems like. So should be good. We'll see. Dylan?
Yep. And then we have the Final Four kicking off this Saturday. We will get into it now because, like I said, Donnie's here. 6:09 p.m. We have the number 1 seed Florida taking on the number 1 seed Auburn. Also, forgot to mention this is the first time in 20-some years that all number 1 seeds are in the Final Four. Which
the chalkiest fucking year ever. So
that's wild. But yeah, number 1 Florida, number 1 Auburn. Florida's favored -2.5 points, over under 159.5. I think we all know where we're taking here. I mean, we all have them in our championship, so it'd be kind of awkward if we didn't.
yeah, I mean it's a group ride for Florida, isn't it?
You know what I mean? We all
yeah, okay. For bracket
took
sake,
out the Michigan guy, took out the state guys. I
That's
mean,
right.
don't we all just want to watch them burn?
for bracket sake,
Don't we all
obviously
need to
Florida.
see Auburn just go down and we can all just be happy?
But I wouldn't be surprised if Auburn does that. They've proven to be a good team.
Clearly. But not today.
And it would make me feel better to know that
Not
both
that
Michigan
day.
teams lost to the national championship. You know, so
So you're taking Auburn over Duke now. Look at how the Michigan fandom just sways everything inside.
I said they
of a
beat both of us.
Michigander's
I said they
mind.
beat both of us.
This is how it starts.
Do not let him speak for all of us. I want Auburn to
Oh, you're gonna
burn.
come defend
Okay,
Michigan's sanity?
He is.
I
He
want
wants
Auburn
to
to burn.
I love Luke for the first time ever on a Michigan topic because he's on our side.
burn. I want him to burn too.
Jake, they have to burn. Sorry. All right, next game, Dylan.
Game number 2, Houston, number 1 seed. Duke, number 1 seed. Houston is a +5 point underdog, over under 135.5.
Yeah, give me Duke -10. Give me Duke. 5 is not enough.
I have Duke winning, but I'm taking Houston +5.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be
That's
tough.
crazy. 5 college guys versus 5 NBA guys. I'm so confident that Florida's going to get their ass kicked if they make it to the Natty against Duke. I'm so confident.
I think that's why I think it's going to happen, Tyler, because the last couple of years we've noticed a trend where the Final Four, close battles, national championship, blowout. I think it's going to be close Final Four, and then the Natty's going to be a blowout. It's exactly what I think is going to happen. Definitely a trend.
I mean, hey, maybe you're right. I think Duke just keeps blowing their way out until they
I think Duke will have
eventually
a close
they're the
game.
national championship.
Donnie?
Jake, Luke.
I'm gonna take Houston straight up, dog. I think they pull off, even though it's a 1-1 seed matchup.
I get it. It's your national.
Big
it's an upset, and everybody knows it.
I'm calling it.
Everybody
I'm not
would
gonna
call
argue
that
with
an
you
upset.
because in your bracket they are your national champion. So I understand.
Just decide the bracket in general. I'm not picking
I
it
get
just
it.
for bracket's sake.
Well, that
If you
just
would've
means that
said-
at one point earlier in time, you thought they were going to beat Duke. So now that it's actually here, they might
You
as
got to
well beat
stand on
Duke.
business. Yeah, 100%. Luke,
I'm a ride with Donnie. I want the world to burn.
Okay, no, that's not the approach I'd say I was taking, but
I get it. Luke's like me with college football. This man's just hit the chaos button. Let's see what happens. I'm here with it. I love it.
There's nothing like rooting for chaos. I mean,
Yep. And if we're looking at a Houston Auburn championship game, cool.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'll
It would be
still
the
watch.
opposite of what I predicted, but I wouldn't
Right,
be
I'll-
mad at it.
I'm not gonna say it. People aren't just gonna be like,
Oh,
I'm
God.
not watching that. You're still
Look,
gonna get
at this
2-1
point,
seeds
at
at the end of
this
the day.
point in the tournament, with these teams and where we're at, my interest level is not going to change. I'm sub to mid-level interested, and it will not
Yeah.
get higher than that.
yeah, I probably won't watch the games, but I'll keep up to what's going on with it.
Like, I might watch the first half of the Natty, but then I'm going to bed most likely. So, like, I don't care.
Unless we have a watch party like we normally do. We had one at Donnie's a couple years ago. Then we went at Ty's.
When did? Yeah, but
they usually play it on a Monday.
that's where
Yeah.
you're losing me.
Because these games are on a Saturday, so yeah, the championship games on Monday.
I don't
Is it
understand why
like
they do that
confirmed on Monday this year?
Yeah.
shit. I think it's
Okay.
Saturday.
Saturday's the 5th, so Sunday's the 6th, Monday's the 7th.
Gotcha. All right. Great. Love it.
Fuck.
Get
At
fucked.
it's at 8:50. Love that.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
awesome.
a Monday, dude.
Awesome. 8:50 on a Monday. Love it. Love
I'll
it.
be watching
Yeah,
Raw.
they really want their viewership for that game.
I'll be
Yeah.
watching Monday Night Raw. All right, let's move on. All right, let's get into hockey real quick before I get into a bunch of baseball and I lose Luke here for a minute. So,
Okay, what do you have?
Luke, first things first. We've been talking about this for the past couple of days, but I know you want to get into this in depth. The Western Conference playoff picture. Never seen a playoff picture like this in any sport. Last year we saw something similar, but it's almost gotten crazier this year in hockey. So
Yeah, it's been a common trend on the West Side. It's been a common trend for years.
So for those of you who don't know, technically, statistically, nobody has been eliminated yet.
No, from the East Side, no
You got
one's
it
been
twisted.
eliminated.
From the Eastern Conference. Sorry, from the Eastern Conference.
The West Side, there's been 4 teams eliminated because they're functioning properly.
Right. Sorry.
So for everyone that's listening, take everything Dylan said to intro hockey and
Flip
throw
it.
it out the fucking window because he has no idea what he's talking about.
And flip
East
it to the other
Conference.
conference.
Eastern
Don't throw it out the
Conference.
window. Just
Throw it all out the window
Nope.
because
Take
he
it
fucked it
and
up.
Put it to a different conference.
He fucked it up. And he's not even talking over me because I eliminated him, but he doesn't know that. That's okay.
You got to take them, put
Yeah.
them from the Western to the East. That's what you got to do.
Quick and easy. All right, Luke.
Well, I mean, that was about it. I know Dylan had something.
Yeah, but
about
tell
the
him
Blue-
why the East can't figure
Oh.
it out.
God,
Dylan
I
said
didn't
the
know-
East can't
I
figure
didn't
it
know
out.
if we're digging into it or moving on. I didn't know if it was a quick thing or not.
Give us something.
Oh, we're digging into it.
Well, no, it's just the teams who aren't the top 3 teams in each division want to be the fucking donkey shit and
The
don't
shit.
want to win games and they want to be mid as fuck like last year. And it's like, I don't know. No one's really running away with it. Everyone's just kind of struggling. getting
Nah,
along
dude,
there.
everybody's running from it.
Yeah.
Nobody
about
wants
that.
it. That's what it looks like. It looks like the opposite. They all say, yeah, guys, we're going for that wild card spot. But really, it looks like everyone's trying not to get the wild card spot. Am I wrong?
Yeah, like let's put it in this perspective. The West Side or the Western Conference, the last wildcard spot has 88 points, Minnesota Wild. The next team behind them that's chasing them, that's the closest, is the Calgary Flames, who have 82 points.
Okay, 4-point swing. But they're in the 80s.
6-point swing.
They're in the 80s. Let's go to the other side, Luke. What's that look like?
All right. Montreal has the last spot, the last wild card spot in the Eastern Conference at 79 points. Then the Blue Jackets 77, Rangers 77, Detroit 75, Islanders 74, Pittsburgh 71, 71, 70, 69.
It's too close.
Eliminated.
1, 2, 3.
By the way, for anyone keeping track, since this is a Detroit podcast first, the Wings are 4-12 since fucking the game in Columbus. So that's why we suck.
I feel like I've seen this story before.
Because you saw it last year.
What happened last year?
You saw it last year. You almost saw it the year before too. Not specifically the Red Wings, but
last year we were making a run at this point. At this point, we were starting to win games.
No,
at this point this year, we just continue to lose the games that we shouldn't.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it?
Anybody see the Wings last night? 27 seconds left. They tie it up, and then 22 seconds into overtime, we lose.
We just bury ourselves into too deep of a hole that when we try to climb out of it, we're already fucked. Whereas in this case, we did the opposite, where we actually were so well that we said, let's just dig a fucking hole and go back down.
Actually, no. You have them flip-flopped. Last year was that where
we
we
in
were
the
on
wild card picture, and then we are 4-12.
Yeah, Dylan's correct. We were up there, and then
like I
said, we
up there
won 4
for
games for the last month and a half.
Yeah,
we were in the wild card, the last wild card spot for I think like a day.
Yeah, and then ever since we touched the wild card, we said, you know what?
1 second, I gotta go.
So you know what? We're done.
We don't need to. The only other thing I had for hockey was the Blues are on a 10-game win streak, and the Bruins are on a 10-game losing streak.
Which, oh god, the Blues win streak gives me,
dude. The way that hockey works, all they gotta do is play each other.
The Blues win streak now is reminding me of when they won the cup. They went on this crazy fucking comeback at the end of the year to fucking barely make it into playoffs as the last seed in the West. And then they ripped ass through everybody and brought home a Stanley Cup.
God damn it. The Tiger
Don't
Club.
sleep on St. Louis.
God damn it.
I agree. I do get remnants of that. Oh, they caught up a young goalie named Jordan Bennington, and all of a sudden the rest was history.
Well, this year they traded with Edmonton, and 2 guys that never saw the fucking ice in Edmonton are now the 2 top point getters for them. So maybe the Blues are doing it again with just 2 guys that get points instead.
Because I'd like to give him a high five and introduce him to Stevie Y. But anyways, Alex Ovechkin scored goal number 891. He's 4 goals away from history. Just letting you guys know, every time Ovi scores, he did it again. He's 4 away.
Close. Jake's still watching every Capitals game, right? Oh, wait.
No, I just pay attention to the notifications.
Nobody watching the Capitals games.
All right, now let's get into what the majority of the rest of this podcast is probably going to be. MLB.
Sorry, I just have applause. I don't have boos or nothing.
No, you're good. I got it.
Because this is the only championship you'll ever get. You can't during the regular season to save your life.
Center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he makes it. Come on in. The 1-1 from Tyson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant. The Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over.
All right. MLB is here. We are officially 1 week into the MLB season, and we got a lot to talk about. Some fan bases are on a high. Some fan bases are on a low. Some fan bases that are normally on a high are on a low. That's where we're going to start. The Milwaukee Brewers, normally very good team. Been a playoff team 3 out of the last 4 years. A lot of all-stars, a lot of great players. Started off this year getting swept by the Yankees, getting butt-fucked by 2 touchdowns in the second game, and outscored by 45 runs in that series. To then come home, get their ass beat by 11 runs, losing 11-0, again in the home opener, to the point where there was an incident during the 8th inning where Brewers fans were, this is all that I can show, without the rest, getting bad, pissing all over the concourse of Miller Park. there was 2 different fans and 2 different stations of Miller Park that just decided to let it flow around everybody. And yeah, I'd say Milwaukee's in dire states on the field and off.
Look, you ask me, that's just another great thing about Wisconsin.
So just love that ballpark. It's a great ballpark. It's just so sad that their team sucks.
Yeah, it just smells like piss.
Well, what are you guys doing if you walk in Comerica Park and just see some guy in the main concourse just making a circle with his whiz?
I'm probably gonna throw something at him.
Like, I feel like somebody.
I'm at least
there's a good chance he falls over.
I'm at least gonna say something.
It's a double-edged sword because you want to like get him to stop, and then what if he pees on you? And then you got.
That's why I said I'm throwing something.
Hey, he's gonna have some distance on
near
that
him.
if he's hitting me.
Bro, what if he gets you though?
You know, man.
Then we're fighting. I'm going
full on. You have to fight.
Full on.
You're gonna fight him?
I've already got.
He's got his dick out and he's currently pissing. You want to be more piss filled?
Dude, at that point,
Walk
I've
away.
already got pee on me.
Oh my god.
All right.
You know what? Why don't you just whip your dick out and pee on him?
Nah, that's not satisfying enough.
Next piece of news that we have in the world of baseball.
Is it even baseball related?
Yes, it's baseball related.
This
Through
one
4
seems like it
games,
was more
Kyle
about
Tucker
pee.
has homered in every single game. The newest Chicago Cub coming forward from the Houston Astros has 4 homers in 4 games. In his 5th game, he was sat, so he could homer in 5 straight games if he does today because everybody's playing. Shout out to King Tuck. Next piece of news that we have.
This is the only Cubs fan we have, so let's just.
Oh, yeah, you do like the Cubs. I forgot.
I love my Cubs. I'm happy to see it. You know, is it doing? You know, can he do it all year? That's what we need to. That's what he needs to see.
Can he hit 162 home runs this year? No, Jake. I'm gonna say no.
All right. Just the aspect of not every game, I guess. Fuck, don't take it so literal. Damn.
That would be epic, bro.
Obviously, he's not gonna.
I hope he does.
Game.
He's got Judge's record fucking out of the water halfway through the season.
I really hope he does. God.
Hey,
All right.
Just keep up the power streak, is what I meant.
Speaking of the Cubs, we actually have 2 pieces of Cubs news. I know, crazy. Thank God Jesse's not here. He would have left. In the 4th game of the season, in the first game at the Oakland A's new ballpark in Sacramento, Carson Kelly, the guy who used to play for the Tigers with a 188 batting average, that Carson Kelly, the catcher for the Cubs, hit for the cycle. Just because he could. It is the earliest cycle hit in MLB in the last 50 years, and he's the first Cub to do it since 1993. We go back to Donnie.
Not as bad as their World Series one. Nice way to start breaking streaks again.
But yeah, look at that cycle. First game at the A's ballpark, and you beat them 18-3, spoiling their home opener. Fuck them,
this is just what happens to anybody that leaves Detroit.
That's literally what I was about to say.
Fashion. Even this fucking no-name who-you-know-what can fucking show up out of nowhere and make news. Because why? Because he left Detroit.
Probably a AAA ballpark that he's played in for God knows how many years, so he's used to it. And just felt
like home.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, you're probably right. I felt like home. Okay. Let's talk about Rafael.
Wait. You're telling me I'm getting traded from Detroit? Time to go be a Hall of Famer. Fuck.
Yeah. Rafael Devers.
Yeah!
I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro.
Effective immediately.
Rafael Devers, we talked about the man a couple months ago. We said that he is losing his spot at third base to Bregman. He went into a press conference and said, "No, I'm not. I play third base. I'm not DH. I play third base. And people were like, this might be a problem. Well, become a problem. He is officially struck out 15 times through his first 19 at-bats. He has 4 walks, 15 strikeouts.
So you're telling me if he doesn't walk, he's
striking out. He has 15 strikeouts through 19 at-bats.
Hear me out. I have one really, 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 really good idea. Maybe put him at third.
He has the most strikeouts through the first 5 games of an MLB season since 1910.
I didn't even know they kept stats back then.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
So, Rafael Devers. No, go ahead, Donnie.
I was just gonna feed off of what Ty said. He's doing so bad. Why not play around and put him back at third? Why not do it? Try and change it up, poor guy.
Why can't Bregman just go fucking DH for a little bit? See if you just see if it fucking fixes his swing. I don't know. Clearly you broke the man. Clearly you fucked up. At least try to fix your fuck up. At least a little bit.
At least Alex Bregman has 3 home runs.
Look, he's making Baez look really good. So
didn't think that was possible.
Even Baez doesn't have 15 strikeouts yet.
For real.
I said yet.
Next thing that we have is back-to-back contract extensions, which I think are both huge contract extensions. First off, Jackson Morrell, outfielder, the young prospect for the San Diego Padres, who took the world by storm last year, got a 9-year extension. He is going to be there until 2035 when he has an opt-out in his contract. So 6 hours later, the same day, he hit a grand slam. So shout out to Morrell.
Baseball contracts are so dumb.
Yeah.
The amount of years they can just lock these people into for these teams, and it's just 10 years. Yep. All right, let's sign it. Here's $1 million. Here's $1 billion.
Here's $1 billion.
It's really not crazy though if you think about it. When you get into the league and you sign with a team, it starts at a 6-year contract.
Well, yeah.
So it's not that crazy that if you're good, it's a 10-year contract. That's only 4 more years than your 6-year contract.
You look at these
if you're
other
not
sports,
that good, you get the 3 to 4 year, maybe 2 to 5 year deals. But if you're that good, well, it's not that much more than your entry level deal, and they're just going to keep you forever.
Right.
It just seems so messed up. I hate that.
I agree. It's definitely the only sport that does it like that.
Yep.
It just doesn't seem right.
But you're in there at 18 years old, and they're like, "Yeah, well, you're here for the next 6 years," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
I agree, because that literally goes into.
So what's another 10 more years? You're basically just living one life, and then you join the MLB, and then as long as you don't get traded, you live a whole nother second life in the MLB, and then by the time you retire, you just live 3 separate lives, and then you're dead.
Yeah, and that's a perfect transition into the next piece of free agency news that we have, which is, or not free agency, but contract news, which is Ketel Marte, who got a 6-year extension for the Arizona Diamondbacks after he's 31 years old. And they just locked him up for 6 more years. And he is down I'd say.
There's got to be a bunch of people in Arizona that are like, what the fuck are we doing?
Middle end, back end of his prime, give him another year or 2, and then you're not going to get consistent numbers like he's been having. And you're going to have him for 4 more years after that on this contract. So I don't get this one.
All right, look.
Yeah.
If I'm an Arizona fan, and look, I'm not an Arizona fan, but I like Ketel Marte, as a baseball player, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is 3 to 4 years too many.
Of course, that's the problem.
So,
he's 31 at the max. I thought I was going to see 3 or 4.
He's not years. The thing is, it's not like he won them something, and so they're like, "Oh, this is repaying you for what you won for us."
He helped them get to a World Series.
I was going to say,
yeah, but that was all the fucking guys they drafted.
They won an NL championship.
He
was a big part of that team. He was a big part. He's a big part of that team.
Okay, yes, he's obviously the best player.
He was in his prime then.
Exactly what I'm getting at.
Yes, that's our problem.
He's no longer gonna be that guy. Like Dylan said, you probably got maybe this year and maybe 1 more year after that, and then at that point, everything's gonna go down.
Yeah, move him to a DH. You can't let him play the field anymore. You give him, you know what I mean? Get up at 8.
I'd hope not. But
Look,
then again,
unless you're
can-
Shin
you-
Shu,
you
and you're
can
out there
stay at
36 years old,
DH.
You're not playing the outfield.
if you keep your power up, can he
Well,
keep
yeah,
the
he's just
power
got,
up
he's got to.
while he
keep
gets older?
batting.
It's all gonna be interesting. I just think that's too many years if I'm an Arizona fan. That's all.
Yeah.
I like Cattell though.
I agree with that take 100%. Last piece of baseball that we have that isn't in the MLB, but it needs to be talked about. There was a college baseball game that took place between Liberty and Jacksonville State. Sorry. Liberty and Jacksonville State. Sorry, I wanted to get both the right teams. And here's what happened. Liberty came out with a starting pitcher named Nathan Smith. Nathan Smith came out, he threw one pitch. Then after one pitch, the managers talked. And the managers talked, and they talked to the umpires. The umpires, the managers were all talking, and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? So apparently, Mr. Smith over here wasn't on the team roster. They had to, 24 hours before the game, submit the team roster of all everybody that is on the roster. And apparently, Mason Smith's name, for whatever reason, due to injury in the past or a family incident, he wasn't on the roster. But he was in the starting rotation, never left it. Okay?
And he was pitching that game.
Yes, right. Throws one pitch, managers talk, realize he's not on the roster, come up, have a little bit of a discussion, take him out of the game, then announce that Liberty is forfeiting the game because they had an ineligible player playing. So for the first time in NCAA history, a baseball game ended after one pitch was thrown.
Wow.
Everybody paid for their tickets. Everybody showed up. The whole nine. One pitch was thrown. Game was called due to forfeit.
Oh, I'm throwing a riot.
Yep.
Just
How do you handle that as a stadium?
start the game over again.
Right?
It just started.
Like you're calling
Okay,
the closest
count
bar
0-0
that has a band
fucking-
playing, and you're like, get them to the baseball stadium now. We need a concert ASAP. We need something
So,
to entertain these people for the
in
next
the
3
record
hours.
In the record books, it says Jacksonville State defeated Liberty 0-0 in one inning.
That's crazy.
Man, I hope Jacksonville State makes the playoffs.
Isn't
by
Jacksonville
one game.
State the team that just got beat?
I hope they need
45
one win to make it in, and this is the win they needed.
And I don't know if it was them, but it was a state team, Jakob. I don't know. If
Oh,
it
it
was
might have
them.
been Texas State or something like that.
I think it was a state team, but I don't know if it was them. But yeah, so making history.
That's
in
crazy.
college.
Wow.
One pitch. That's all she wrote. Those fans better have got a refund. I know this is like a college game, and it's probably not too pricey to go, but I still want my $10 back. Why did I come?
Yeah.
I'd want something. Yeah, even if you didn't give me a
You know what I
refund,
mean?
like little goodie
You know
bag,
what?
something from the
Open
gift shop,
practice.
or like
Y'all get the fuck out on the field and scrimmage.
let
Who's
us
using
play
the
the team.
field?
I'm here.
Yes,
So
dude.
who has the field reserved for the next 3 hours? Nobody? Let us fucking play.
Home run
That's a
derby.
that's a
Let's
great
go.
idea. Yeah, that's exactly what they should have done.
Do something.
All right. We got
Hey,
one more
next
piece.
time.
before we move off of baseball,
You're good? What up?
is it too early to say that I think Spencer Torkelson is back?
No, and we do also have one more thing of baseball. I forgot.
Okay. Spencer Torkelson has had 18 at-bats. He's had
Yep.
7 hits, 2
Yep.
RBIs. He's batting .389.
Yep.
His contact on the ball is 10 times better than it was last year. And he changed his swing to where it's a faster swing. So it's actually, not faster, shorter swing. So it's quicker for him to get to the ball. I think Torque's going to be torque bombing again this year. You heard it here first. If you didn't hear it here second.
I saw him come out hot last year. Well, kind of hot. I'm not gonna say he was on fire.
you
but
didn't.
He came out the first few weeks last year doing all right, and then he dropped.
All right is
big time.
natural. Yeah. But I like all the adjustments that he made because they talked about it on the broadcast and they pointed out the things he's doing differently. And he keeps mashing these fucking fastballs. So if Torque can mash fastballs, we're going to be fine.
I fucking hope he does.
Yes, I agree. And then the last thing I had for baseball, I forgot I had this, but this is a good question. The Dodgers are 7-0. We all know
Yes,
how-
they will break the record.
That's exactly what my question was going
Yes,
to be.
they're breaking the record for the most wins
Okay.
in a regular season this year. Yes, they're doing
116
it.
Victories
There's
by
not
the
a doubt in my
2001
mind.
Mariners.
Not a
Got
doubt
it.
in my mind.
Well, that was my question, Donnie.
This was a radio topic on 97.1 a couple days ago, and I was like, fuck yeah, they are. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, they are. People tried to call in and say that they wouldn't. Fucking delusional people.
Okay. Donnie?
Of course, I think they break it. My question to you guys is, how many wins do you think they get?
I think they get.
There's 162 games, right?
Yeah,
Between-
yeah.
I say
I
they
think
go
like
one-
100,
I think they lose
120,
about. I think
130.
they lose roughly 40.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I say they
Okay,
go
so you're-
120
So they win
and 40
about
around there.
122, something like that.
Pickpocket around 120.
Somewhere
and
between
40.
110, 120.
That would be
We both, I
insane.
think
Oh
we
my
both agree
god.
with that side. 120 and 40. Switch the numbers around there, but yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
Uh-huh.
But it's going to be some insane shit because even their depth guys are better than a lot of the starters. So,
Well, yeah, when
like,
you have
like on other teams.
when you have $10 billion to spend on your franchise, yeah, I hope you fucking win 120 games. God damn it.
And then you got people like Tyler Glasnow, who I said he's going to come back and be a fucking robot after that Tommy John came back. 11 strikeouts. Fucking robot. Knew it. Knew it.
They don't even have Shohei as a starting pitcher yet. You just wait.
Because they don't need him. Oh, they're going to throw Blake Snell out on the mound tonight. Then guess who they're going to fucking throw out there next time? Oh, Sasaki. Then guess who's coming out next time? Yamamoto. Then back to the robot in Tyler
Tigers.
Glasnow.
The Detroit fucking Tigers got Sasaki out of the game in like an inning. So
Okay. But still,
if Detroit Tigers can do that, he might not be as good as they think.
we're a good team, Tyler. We're a good team.
We're an all right team. There are good teams out there gooder than us.
That's true. We're not the best, but we're good.
Got me saying gooder out here.
But yeah, they have 6 starting pitchers that are. I mean, Clayton Kershaw is the 7th pitcher in their rotation. What the fuck? I know he's as old as he is, but it's just saying that is crazy.
You swing, you torque.
I think he's right, and I hope he is right. But
Love to
I'd
see
love
it.
to
Brandon knows his
I'd love to see
baseball. Yes, they do. They need.
yeah, the torpedo bats. Also, Ellie De La Cruz, first time using the torpedo bat, went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs. So it might be a real.
Oh,
Yeah,
might be.
only 7 RBI night for Ellie De La Cruz.
It might be a real thing. We'll just see.
the MLB's totally gonna shut down those bats.
Yep, that's why I didn't even have
They
this
can't.
discussion because
They can't shut down those bats because they approved those bats.
they're gonna find some way to fuck it up. Because Rob
They
Manfred.
can't. They
anytime he's
literally
fun in
tied themselves in
baseball.
a fucking knot because they approved those bats, which is the only way that the manufacturer can even make them, is if the MLB approves of the design. So the MLB approved of the design, and now they're fucking hitting dingers left and right. So what are they going to do? Move the pitcher's mound
hey, it's
in
what
another
everybody
5
wanted.
feet?
No, the
It's what
pitchers are going to come back and be like, well, you know what? They also approved this new ball. Yeah, it's a fucking lot smaller, but tough shit.
That's what people want, though. People want to see offense, and hey,
Fucking the balls you use for T-ball,
They're going to come back with
Super
a
light
mini
ones.
stick ball and be like, well, they approved it. So
people
this
want to
is what
see
you get.
offense.
little sponge balls.
Uh-huh.
People want to
Fuck
see
you.
offense, and if it means people are hitting the ball, then hey, I'm for it. I'd rather see a bunch of offense than a 0-0 game in the 9th.
Look, here's the only issue.
Depending
Here's
on the
the only
pitcher
issue.
matchup, but
Here's the only issue, and I'm going to bring it right back to Detroit. Every Detroit team that's ever won a championship does it off fucking defense, not offense. So we're never going to win nothing if all these sports are just about offense, because that's not where we thrive. We
He's
can't
right.
do it like that. We need
right.
more defense.
Just reminds me of that April Fool's prank, like in the 90s when the MLB released a commercial, like the MLB is now using the metal bats, and they were like interviewing pitchers, being like, "Yeah, we're gonna die. There's nothing we can really do about it. We just gotta go out there and pitch."
I mean, they did use metal bats for a few games, and then they quickly said no.
They quickly discovered how fucking.
well,
I think
think
we
about
realized
it
that
is in a
any
30-year-old
MLB
man's
player-
hands.
They said
They
quickly
watched
that any
Mark
MLB
McGwire.
player with a metal bat's just too OP.
Yeah, they watched Mark McGuire walk up to the plate with a metal bat and said, "This might not be a good idea."
This guy's
Someone
taking
might
this guy's
fucking
taking all
die
of
here.
the PEDs in the fucking book, and he's using
Okay,
a metal
all
bat.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
he really was.
But let's be honest here. When was baseball in America at its most popular? During
Home run-
the
home
fucking
run ball.
steroid era.
Steroid
Yeah.
era, home run
The
ball.
roid era was when it was at its peak. in
Everybody
America.
loves a home run, dude.
But that
Who
was
doesn't like seeing
So
home runs?
let them hit more fucking home runs. Sorry, pitchers.
Let him use more drugs. Sorry, pitchers.
Just let
Stop
it-
spending-
yeah,
let-
yeah. Just go
Let
back.
professional athletes use steroids.
Yeah, jerks.
They're
with
there
Profar.
specifically for our entertainment, and we all want a championship. So just
Jerks
let
with
them all
Profar
juice.
just
Yeah,
after
dance,
spending
monkey,
80
dance.
games. For what? For trying to fucking hit better? Fuck you. Let him use what he wants
God.
to use. He literally said in his report he's never failed a drug test. He gets one fucking bad cut back thing, and you think he's just using for fucking steroids? Maybe the guy was sick. Maybe the guy had the flu. Maybe there was something else going on. But no, we're going to jump to assumptions. And he's using drugs for baseball. Fuck you, Rob.
Yeah,
You think when that happens to people that they're like, oh, so you guys think I suck, huh?
totally never had anything to do with like the clear 60 pounds of muscle that everybody put on like between the off season every time they did it. It's like
off-season workouts, man. Don't you know?
That guy looks like he's way bigger in like the 2 months they have off.
That's where they started the whole, well, this guy's in the best shape of his life in spring training. Because he just went and did roids for fucking 5-6 months. Of course he looks like he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, that's small PPs, but swing a big bat.
What a life.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good unless you're Mookie Betts. That motherfucker. Does anyone know what's going on with him? Why he's still just losing weight at a rapid pace?
He's got.
They're in LA, dude. He's on Ozempic.
Do we know?
Nah, he's got something, bro.
He's lost 40 pounds over the offseason, and he's still
Ozempic.
Yeah, because he's got a disease or something. Like he's sick. Boy is sick.
Ozempic.
Yeah, I don't think it's Ozempic. I think it's like go to the doctor and.
Jake gonna find out this man has like some life-threatening disease.
Test it.
I mean, hey,
he's got Ozempic.
Yeah.
What a guy.
You better hope it's not like cancer or something, Jake.
Yeah, you better hope.
Flipped.
You're gonna be a bad person.
Immediately. Immediately. I have one thing for basketball. I have one thing. Actually, yes, I have 2 things for basketball. Gotcha. 2 things for basketball. Then we got picks.
I gotta get a boo thing in here.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry,
right.
Some people care. I'm just not one of those people.
But it's 2 things I know you guys will care about. I picked.
Test me.
There's 6 pieces of NBA news, and I picked the 2 out of them that I think you guys would care the most about.
Well, yeah, because once you say 6, you already lost me.
Exactly. So first things first. This was literally yesterday. Nikola Jokic had a career high of 61 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double. Going into the end of second overtime. Yes, 61 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Here's the kicker. With less than a minute left in overtime, Russell Westbrook missed a free throw, got his shot back, missed the open 3, got his shot back, missed the wide open layup. Then, after ruining that, fouled the shooter at the buzzer for them to win on the and one, spoiling Jokic's entire performance. All in the matter of 30 seconds. He had 4 fuck-ups. I love you, Russell, but I have to put you on blast because 61, 10, and 10 went down the drain because you wanted to do that.
Like, dude, that's a video. Those are video game numbers. Like, that's not real.
Okay, Jokic, what the fuck, dude? You gotta chill.
What is he?
You gotta chill.
What do they feed
He's an
people
alien.
in Serbia, dude?
He's an alien. He says he's from Serbia because that's where his plane landed, but he is an alien. And 2, Russ, buddy, just pass the ball every now and then. It doesn't.
Russ,
it doesn't have to be you.
It's not 2018 anymore, dog. You can't shoot 3 no more.
He wanted
Russ.
one
Russ,
more.
look at me. Look at me right now. You're not on the Thunder.
He knows.
That's it. That's
I
all
just don't know how you can stand on the same court as Nikola Jokic, look him dead in the eyes as he's put up 61, 10, and 10, and be like,
and say, "Watch me."
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this for myself.
Hey, watch me pop this.
Say, yo, watch me. Watch this. Want to see me do it again? Want to see me do it again?
The problem is he
shit.
3, he bricked it, and then God gave him his own rebound back. And that was the problem, because anytime Russell Westbrook gets his own rebound, the immediate thought in his head is go to the rack and yam on somebody.
No. Here's my
and it fucked him.
Here's what I've come to terms with, all right? The basketball gods saw Nikola Jokic's performance and said, that's not fair. You're not fair. We're gonna give Russ the ball 4 times, whether he likes it or not, just so that way
keep going back to him.
So that way that the Nuggets can't win because this guy's a cheat code.
I'm behind that theory. I can get behind that.
What did Russ shoot? I just want to see what.
Oh God, probably like 20% or some shit like that.
He shot 3 for 11, 0 for 3 behind the 3.
I was fucking close.
So he basically missed almost every shot he took. Okay.
He had a 7 assist though. You know what I mean?
Could have had 8.
Aaron Gordon had 35 points. Nikola Jokic had 61. They combined for 95 points.
96.
And Russell said, fuck you guys.
You know the best part is Nikola Jokic probably didn't give a fuck. He went straight to that locker room, and he probably went home and started watching his horses or something. I don't fucking know.
No,
He put on his Serbian music on his car ride home, and was
He
vibing
probably
with
has
his
no
brothers.
idea how many fucking points he put up.
He has no idea. He has no idea. It's some shit where he sees it on like the ticker on the screen of like not even ESPN because he's not watching ESPN.
He looks at his
just sees
family, he's like,
something about it.
I had
Yeah.
61 last night.
61, 10-10. Nice. What do we have for dinner? He doesn't give a fuck. And then the other piece of basketball news that we have to talk about is, I think, just as hilarious. So, at halftime, everybody that goes to a basketball game knows that they like to do things at halftime, whether it be a 3-point contest, a half-court shot, they take a fan, they do something funny, you win a car, you win money, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, the Atlanta Hawks.
Wait.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I know what
So
this
the
is.
Atlanta
I
Hawks-
saw this morning.
The Atlanta Hawks did a variation of that where what they had to do was in 60 seconds, there's a rack of balls at center court. You got to take the ball. You got to go score as many layups as you can. It's a battle between two people, okay? The race started. He grabbed the basketball. The man ran down the court. Before he shot it, ACL gone. It was like, have you ever seen when Tom Segura tried to lay up a basketball and when he jumped, his knee basically just said, nope, and his whole ACL just went backwards? That's what happened to this young man. I believe Tyler has the video.
This poor guy.
Which guy is it?
You'll find out soon enough.
Red hat. See ya.
Oh!
ACL gone.
Okay, but wait. Now the other guy's just gonna keep going.
Right, he's trying to win. This is for cash. We got, you got Bills.
Wait for it. Hold on. The girl has no idea what to do. Can you just be kind and come over here with me
such an
and
Atlanta
see if
thing.
he's okay?
Okay, come on. Come on.
Whoa.
God damn it. Yeah, it was. All right. There, you happy?
I was gonna say Brandon actually stole my joke because I was gonna say I love you, Yaka, but this made me think of if you were selected at a Pistons game and you had to do a
Come on,
contest.
man. My knees aren't that
brain
bad.
would go, listen, your brain would go, I can do it, but your knees would go, no, we can't.
No, dude, I'm not at that point yet. Come on.
But yeah, it was confirmed that fan did in fact tear his ACL. He had to get surgery at the hospital. Off for a layup competition.
And he
So
probably
actually,
gets
I
nothing from it.
believe the contest was to win $5,000, and he went into the contest and I think lost a bunch of money for his medical bills because he tore his ACL.
That's what I mean. Like he probably got nothing from the Hawks, so he goes and on this and then tears his ACL, and he's just got thousands of dollars.
He probably gave one of those bingo cards that his buddy had to put on center court.
And he's going viral on social media for fucking busting ass in a fucking basketball game.
We're not all athletes, people. Okay. Some
Watch
of us- Donnie, this is exactly what I mean. Some of us are not athletes, and that's okay.
I'm more athletic than that guy.
Holy shit. All right, let's get into picks. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. All right. MLB picks. So, Donnie wasn't here last week, which means he's still in first place with 100%. Yeah.
Let's go, bitch.
Second place, me. Nope. Wrong thing. Could be me, though. Second place is Jesse, 66%, 4-2. Third place is me, 3-3, 50%. And then Tycho and Luke are both at 33%. All right, let's get into it. MLB picks game number 1. Kicking off tomorrow at 7:05 p.m., we have the Arizona Diamondbacks going to New York to take on the Yankees. Over under 9.5. Who wants to start it off?
Give me the over.
Give me the Yankees.
Ooh.
Fucking Yankees are a train.
I couldn't bring myself to say it, so I picked the over.
I get it.
Fucking
Some people can't
Yankees.
bring themselves to say Dodgers, but I love the fucking Dodgers, dude.
The Doyers? Oh, I love the Doyers.
The Doyers? That's actually hilarious.
That's great. I am going to ride with the D-backs. I'm going to take Arizona.
Respect.
Yeah, thanks. Luke, do I even have to ask you?
Diamondbacks.
Okay, that is what I assumed. Gotcha. All right, game number 2. And normally, I actually wasn't going to do this, but for some reason, the White Sox are playing good baseball this year. So, at least to start. And I'm going to be at the game. Well, me and Tyler. Friday at 1:10, the Tigers open their home start of the season against the Chicago White Sox, who normally you would go, oh, the White Sox are bad, but they've won their first 2 series of the year. Interesting.
It's a smart choice.
I think that you won't lose if you pick the Torpedo Bats. I'm going to ride Detroit just because I'm going to be there. So if I'm going to be riding Detroit in person, it makes sense to ride them on the pod.
I'm taking the Tigers because if we lose to the fucking White Sox to start the season at home, I mean, way to set the fucking tone, guys. Way to go. Like, way to set the fucking tone.
Yeah, I'll take the Tigers.
Go Tigres! Go Tigres!
El Tigre.
Out of
Game
curiosity, hold on, real quick. Out of curiosity,
You're
who have the White Sox played? They played the Angels, right? And then who?
They beat the Angels, and then they have currently just won 2 out of 3 games against the Twins. They're losing right now, 6-0.
Wow,
but-
Twins are
yeah.
pretty good. Twins are a good team, so hats off to them.
Game number 3, the San Diego Padres are taking on the Chicago Cubs. This is the Cubs' home opener at Wrigley Field on Friday.
Give me the Cubs!
Oh. Give me the Padres.
Oh, that's Brandon's favorite team.
Oh, this is Brandon's favorite
Oh,
team.
that's
Jake's favorite team.
interesting.
Very. I didn't even fucking know that. Picking this game.
Outside of the Tigers, the Padres are Brandon's favorite team.
Hey, Brandon, since I know you're watching, why the fuck are the Padres your favorite team? I want to know.
Also, I can't pick this game with Jesse here because Jesse's 2 least.
Well, he's not
favorite
here,
teams
so
are
go ahead and pick it.
Padres and Cubs. So that's a big reason why we can do this game. Jesse would just pick the under. I'm going to take the Cubs at home, Wrigley Field. Vibes are high. Come on.
Vibes are always high pregame.
Go Cubbies!
Till the game starts. Brandon says he's been to San Diego a lot, so that is his reasoning for being a Padres fan.
Just had to know.
At least there's some correlation.
Whenever someone's a fan of a team that's not Detroit, I just want to know why.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. Is that all for baseball?
That's all for baseball. And then we'll get to
all right. Check out
basketball.
this fucking video I saw on Twitter like 2 minutes ago. I want
Okay.
you guys to see it.
Oh, poor kid.
He knocked out the out,
Poor
bro.
umpire. Is the home run gonna count? He's gotta call him safe, right? Like, who's gonna call him safe?
It's the fact that he didn't just fall. He fucking stumbled over like he's like, no, I'm not gonna fall.
Like he
I
was
got
drunk.
This. I got this. And then he ate.
Dude, the sound of the bat and the ball
Oh.
making contact sounds the exact same as the bat and the head making contact.
Oh, that is so funny.
All right. One more time. Dude, it is almost just as loud, bro. And that's the
Just
handle.
a little quieter. Just a little.
I know
Oh,
that you
man.
can't
The
see
knob
it,
of the
but I
bat,
hope,
too.
I
Oof.
really hope, I fucking pray, and this is the only thing that will make this video better, is if in the game earlier, there was like a bad call, where like he thought he
Oh,
got a
yeah, he
strike,
fucked up.
and this was intentional. The only thing that can make this better is because you can't see
He
the
tried to
batter.
make it look like
If
an
the
accident.
batter
Hooped it on
threw
his fucking head.
and he was looking at the ump like,
Fucking A.
it was a
I wish I
strike.
could see like the
bitch.
bench
Home
reactions
run.
of the crowd.
I saw it when I was scrolling. I was like, I gotta throw this in the podcast. This is fucking hilarious.
No, that is pure comedy. Pure comedy. Jesus, every single spread for basketball tonight is 9 points or higher. That's disgusting.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. The Atlanta Hawks are taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas is favored at -3.5 points. Both teams are in the play-in, but they're both 2 games under 500 because basketball's broken.
Give me Dallas, because every time I pick Atlanta, they lose. So
I mean, that's a fair reason. I'm going
That's
to take
totally
Atlanta
fair.
because I've been riding against Dallas.
I'm 0 for 3 with I'm 0 for 3 picking Atlanta. Every time you've included Atlanta in these fucking picks, I pick them, and then I lose. So I'm gonna take
Look,
a
the
gamble
curse
with
ends
Dallas this
now.
time.
I'm taking Atlanta.
All right, there we go.
Fuck you.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
Game number 2 is taking place tomorrow with a 2-point spread. Why? Because they're 2 fucking great teams. Give you a hint. Me and Tyler are going to be on opposite sides. The Golden State Warriors are taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers are favored -2 points. Over under 230.
I'm sorry. Did y'all see what the real fucking king did last night?
Yeah. He
Did
dropped
y'all
50
see that shit?
Yeah. He dropped 50 points.
That's Steph Curry. And Steph Curry is going to be cooking up a big old pot of fuck you stew for LeBron James and all those sorry-ass fucking songs I keep seeing on the internet.
LeBron brings the boom. That's what he do.
Kill yourself. That's the worst one you
Boom!
said. The worst
Boom!
one.
Boom!
I can't stand that guy.
Boom!
Give him 2 more. Boom.
Boom!
One more. Boom.
Boom!
Yes, 5 big booms for Bron.
Yeah,
Call him
give me
Big
the
Boom
Lakers.
Bron.
Honestly, I like both these teams, and the only reason I want to pick LA is because Chef just did what he did last night, and I don't think he's gonna be able to replicate that again. He might have another good game.
Yeah, but he's Curry.
but-
He can fucking do whatever he wants.
Yeah. He's an older Curry. All right, he's gonna take a break. He's gonna have a lesser game than he did the other night. But LeBron, Luka, and Co are gonna go take care of business. So
I mean, I got the.
I
Lakers
hope
as well,
because
so
you
I-
said he won't replicate it, he just does better than he did.
hey,
last
I'm okay eating my words. I'm okay being proven wrong. If he goes and drops another 50 bomb, fuck, hey, hats off to you, sir.
50 bomb.
Add that to the list of things I was wrong about.
It's a big list.
Yeah.
All right,
Dude, you gotta tell me.
Before we get into
All right.
that topic,
Yeah.
Let's move
get
on.
into
We'll
let's
be
get into
here all
Purple
night.
picks. Luke. God damn it.
I don't think he's here right now. He's dealing with something. I don't know what.
I think.
Let's see if he put him. Let's see if he put him in there. He did.
All right, perfect. Game number 1. The Panthers are taking on the Maple Leafs Wednesday at 7:30. Over under 5.5. Last 10. The Panthers are 4-5-1. The Maple Leafs are 6-3-1. Head to head, Panthers are 2-0. He has all that in there, so I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, but what isn't it crazy that you just said it and like it only took you like 5 seconds to say all that information?
Yeah.
Instead of like the usual 30 seconds it takes. Yeah, I'm gonna
What's
take
that
the Panthers.
The Panthers. I am actually in the same spot as Jakob because I have been riding the Panthers on this pod over and over the last couple games, and they just keep losing for some reason. So I'm gonna take the Maple Leafs. I don't know why.
Oh God.
Important
They're the
pick to
better team. I
add
agree.
to hockey picks from Brandon. Who is winning the fantasy hockey championship? Luke or me? Wrong answers only.
Luke.
Both your teams
I
get
think
injured,
that-
and neither of you win.
I'm fucking winning, Brandon.
He said wrong answers only, so I would say Luke
I'm winning.
because I think Brandon's gonna win, and I also think Brandon's got a lot of.
I don't want either of them to
last
win.
place in the MLB fantasy rankings, but we'll.
I hope you guys come in a fucking dead tie. Decimal
Yeah.
for decimal.
Me too. I hope you guys have to split your fucking win. Yeah.
Wrong answers
What
only.
happens then?
You know what, Brandon? Nobody fucking wins.
What happens then? What if you just tie? What if it's just a 250?
All right,
to 250?
Dylan, we're getting down the rabbit hole. We gotta get off
We
the
are?
rabbit hole.
All right. I have Maple
Here,
Leafs,
let me
you have
just reset
Panthers.
everything real quick.
Jakob. No, I have Maple Leafs. You have Panthers. Jakob, what do you have?
See, doesn't help. Didn't help.
I'm resetting stuff. We're good. This guy's just making a catch.
All right, game number 2. I said that so you'd pick one quickly.
Oh, fuck, dude. I've been in the same boat like you were just saying. I've been picking Toronto, and I feel like they've been losing every time. I'm gonna give me Toronto.
Okay. Game number
Yeah,
2,
I picked the Panthers.
the Lightning are taking on the Senators Thursday at 7 o'clock. Over under 6 goals. Last 10. Lightning are 7-2-1. Senators are 5-4-1. Head to head, Lightning are 2-1 this year.
Oh God, that's another game. I just wish they both burned.
Give me the Senators.
Give me to Chuck to just start killing them one by one until there's nobody left on the ice.
God, I hate both of
He's
them
half the
equally.
reason.
I guess I'll pick Tampa. They've been hot, so
It makes you feel better if Luke was here. He'd be writing that with you. So it's
it doesn't make me feel better.
well. sorry.
Luke's delusional. He's a Tampa fan for no reason.
He's got his reasons. They're just not good ones. All right, game number 3. We got the Jets taking on the Knights. Thursday at 10 o'clock. I don't need the away and home records, but thanks, Luke. Over under 5.5 goals. Last 10, 7-3 for the Jets, or the Knights are 7-2-1. So, ooh.
Give me Vegas.
Yeah,
Go,
Vegas ain't
Knights,
lost more than
go.
10 games at
Go,
home, so
Knights, go.
I'm gonna take Vegas.
Go Knights, go.
I will say he did include their home and away records, and they're both really good on like the Jets on away
On
and
both
Knights.
sides, they're both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he did it. Look, the Knights have won 2 games in the series so far, and Hellebuck's too good of a goalie to lose all 3. I'm going to take the Jets.
There we go. I give you credit for saying that that's why he did it, Dylan, but he did it for all the games.
Oh, I didn't read the other ones because the other ones didn't matter.
I know.
The Panthers are 20-15-2. Okay, so they're like most teams. They win a little bit more at home, you know? Like, sorry.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that's all the picks that we have for today. And does anyone else have anything they want to add before we get the fuck out of here?
Penis.
When's Donnie Poole coming back? And where is he? That's my question.
Oh, hey, I know I used it for the.
He's out saving the world.
I know I used it for the reset, but like, how about that catch? This guy literally runs into everything: the fence, the bench. He hits every single thing, but he doesn't drop the ball.
Yes, like I would have cracked a rib, probably bruised my tailbone.
You're giving yourself too much credit for thinking you would have made it to the ball.
Okay. All right.
Luke's ass is mine. Get it back on here. So is ties in baseball.
He's not there.
Oh, my cheeks, Brandon. Too bad you guys let me pick a fucking God Squad for no reason.
Yeah, Brandon, you just better hope his Bronx Bombers don't fucking go off every fucking game.
We got torpedo bats on my team.
Yeah, you know what?
Just give it another
You know
week.
what?
So will everybody else.
Tyler's the bat, and you're the umpire, bitch. That's gonna
Get
be
boinked! Get boinked, boy!
You. That's gonna be you when Tyler's done with you. When you're done playing him in fantasy, you're gonna be walking around like, what the fuck did I just go? You're not gonna know what to do. You're not gonna know what you want to do.
Oh man, that's
All
all I got.
That's all we got. Check us out on the socials. We'd appreciate it. At Rabbit Tide 586. At Rabbit Tide 586 on X, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitch, on all of your social media platforms. Actually, no, we're not on Twitch. I don't know why I keep saying Twitch for the last 2 weeks. I don't think we've been on Twitch. So everything but Twitch.
Dylan just lies to your faces.
Yeah,
You guys just believe him. You just take him
realized that.
at face value for what he
We're
is.
actually not on Twitch. We're on everything but Twitch. But we're at Ride the Tide 586, and you can like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. So every Wednesday at 6 and every Saturday at 11, you're here with us, shooting the shit and all things sports. I'm Mick Dilly. We'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Peace! No, no. Actually, I can show you right now. You want to see me skydive? How fucking